Hi and welcome to another Type With Me. This week we will talk about Angular Material Datepicker multilanguage. It was a problem that I had with a project of my own, and I'm just gonna share to you how you can make your Angular Material Datepicker multilanguage. So I have here already a very simple Angular application, and for the app.component.html we have just here a date picker, right? And then of course we have our application, and I will show you in a minute how it looks like and what I want to do, right? So let's look how this looks like within the browser. So when we go to the browser, you see here we have our date picker, right? Of course, that's an input. Here we have our date picker, but then you see here that we have June, for example. And when we go to that, we have July. Here we have August. Here we have September, October, November, December, January. See here. So we want to localize that. We want to make it into a French one or into a Dutch one or something like that. So that's very important, of course, when you have a multi-language application. But how are you going to do that? Well, for that we are going to look at moment.js, and we're going to get the help of moment.js to make this happen. So for this you need to install Angular Material Moment Adapter, right? So we're going to do that. Also take into account when you install that, normally the date picker of Angular just will return and will set a date, right? So when we install Material Moment Adapter, well, the date picker just will create a moment date. So every time you put something into this material date picker, you need to be aware of that he will transform it to moment, and when you get something out of that, you need to do something like toDate to get the date out of moment. So take account of that. That was something very fishy when we just implemented this on a local project, but that's very, very important to know. It's not a big deal, but yeah, you need to do some refactoring in your Angular application when you go for this approach. So now we need to go to app.module.ts, right? Here we go. And we need to put first something extra. One of the things that we need to put here extra is the mat native date module. We also need to have reactive forms module, and we have to have the forms module there. So that's great. And then of course we need to do something with the providers. So the first thing is we have a date adapter within Angular. We need to use the class moment date adapter, and then we need to have some kind of dependencies there, the mat date local and the mat moment date adapter options. Of course, we also want to set the mat date formats and the mat and use the value mat moment date formats for that. So let's import everything correctly. Alright, so we did that now. So now we have everything correctly set in here, right? So that's nice. Another great thing that I want to show you is the following thing. So you can very easily put a default. So for example here, we're going to put Japanese as our default within our application, right? So when we do that, that's a really nice thing already to know. When we do that, of course, we need to install Moment as well, apparently. So you see that we have some problems here. So what I'm going to do here is do an npm install moment because I think it's peer dependency within this met moment. So yeah, it's also very important then to just install moment. Then of course we are going to do an ng serve again. So our application compiled correctly, and when we go here, we will see that we have some weird characters, right? So it's always nice to see that. If we go here, then we get our Japanese months. All right, so that's nice. But of course we want to have some buttons here to change our language to French or to Dutch, for example. Alright, so next thing that we did is put here two buttons. We have one for French and we have one for Dutch, right? Then when we go to app.component.js, you will see that we have here a constructor. We have here a date adapter, right, that we can get access to. And then we can put on this date adapter, we can put the locale. Here we do fr, and here for Dutch we do nl, right? So that's basically it to adapt and to get the switch from language into our date picker, right? So like you can see, we have here our date picker. It's still in Japanese, weird characters, I can't read them, but okay. It's nice, I think, for this example. When I do switch to French, you will see that we have here French, right? So when I go here and I go here, you will see that we have French. When I do here, dynamically switch to Dutch, we go here, you will see that we will go to Dutch and that we have January, February, Juni, May, September, October, November. So yeah, that's cool. We can very easily switch to another language and our users are happy that they can switch to their language of choice. I hope you're happy as well. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you can apply this to your own Angular application. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Happy coding. Bye.